Okay, the music has stopped. That is good. Hey guys, welcome back to As Equestrian as Can Be. So the last time I did a podcast type video was after New Year's. I'm going to give you a rough summary of what I've done. I'm definitely 100% going to be missing out quite a lot, so probably go and watch my YouTube channel. Well, here on YouTube, go and watch videos because I'm probably missing a lot. But anyways, so last time I spoke was about Rocky when he was sore. That feels like absolutely ages ago when he had his ulcers. But now he's all good. So the recovery was quite quick. He was okay. He definitely improved as time went on. The first time I was like, oh gosh, is he actually still lame? Not lame, ulcers, because he was like bronching and stuff a little bit, but he was a bit excited. Anyways, he's really good now. He's absolutely fine. Hasn't done it ever since the last 3 or 4 months. It's now May, so I probably spoke to you in January, February, March. I can't count. February, March, April, May. Yeah, 4 months. Sorry guys, can't really count on my fingers. Anyways, so just after we brought Rocky back into work and I rented him, which was, I think it's like my 3rd most viewed video, which it's actually really boring because it's just me riding around, like walking, and I trot over a pole. Anywho, also, if you're wondering, I'll try and keep these as regular as possible. I'm really gonna try and stick to one video a week, like one podcast video, but if not, or if you just want like a day-to-day update, sometimes I do it on my community post. About that, guys, some people were talking. Anywho, so why is this going red all of a sudden? Okay, we're all good. Anyways, so I also started high school. I'm not gonna say anything more. Yeah, started high school. Boring, kind of fun. Anyways, so then we went, the week I started high school, we went off to the coast again, which you guys would have heard in my last podcast that I went to the coast, and this time we went to the coast 2 more times. I really hope you can't hear that. Oh my god. Okay, so my sister was just blowing her nose. We're gonna ignore the fact that you could hear that. Anyways, we was out to. So after the first couple of days of high school, we went to the coast again. Can't really remember what happened because it was literally ages ago. Went to the coast, did boating. I made videos on it, you guys. So if you ever want to go watch the coast vlogs, they're all up on my channel. Then my friend came over, and this is actually something that when I look back now, it's like, oh my gosh, thank gosh she did come over, because she was like, why were you canter, let's just try a canter. And oh my gosh, anyways, we'll get to that. But yeah, my friend came over, we did a little fake one-day event. Again, I'm sorry you guys, I'm filming this without a microphone because my microphone's dead and I want to get it out today. Not today, probably tomorrow. It'll probably come out tomorrow, but I'll edit it. Not edit. Guys, if you didn't notice, these podcast videos are not edited. They're just me voice recording, and whatever you hear is whatever you hear. Anywho, so my friend came over, we did a one-day event, which was really, really fun, like a little mini one-day event at our farm. Really, it was just fake. She is not allowed to be on YouTube, so I didn't add any of that. I just added my rounds and voiced them over, which is really fun. And I'm definitely, at that point, I really wanted to do dressage and showing and stuff, but I've kind of expanded it. I really want to do a little bit of everything. And my confidence, as my confidence grows, like the cantering down the road and stuff, it's like, you know, I want to do eventing maybe, like itty bitty, because Rocky and me can't even get to a job. Anywho, also get on to that because I don't know if I trust him extremely that he'll pick up his feet. Anyways, so yeah, and she kind of, I don't know, it was the second day. She came over for 2 nights, and the Sunday we were riding Rocky, and she was cantering him and stuff, and like she's definitely more confident. I don't know. I'd say we're probably the same with Rock because but not at that point. Definitely Rocky was, yeah, she was cantering with Rocky. Anyways, and she's like, oh, why don't you canter him? He's like really fun. And I asked for a canter, and he just straight away went into it. She kind of spices him up a bit, but I do like him spicy now. Definitely a lot better than him being really lazy. Like today, he was super duper energetic. Yeah, she kind of asked me, like, you should canter him. He's really good. So I did ask him to canter, and he just like straight went into it, and it was so cool. He was the smoothest horse to canter ever. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm cantering, and I absolutely love it. Still love it. Yeah, and he was just, I definitely like girls a little like, oh my gosh, I want to canter. And I just kept cantering. We were really bad. Like, we'd get like 5 strides over that. Oh my gosh, Rocky, you were so well done. And we've definitely improved since then, but we'll get to that. But yeah, I just want to shout her out. She knows who she is because hopefully she'll watch this. But anyways, thank you so much because it's definitely helped. And get a kick in the butt, and now we can do it. It's my sister. Oh my gosh, I really need to charge my microphone. Are you alright? Okay, it turns out, you guys, she's just playing babies. Okay. Anywho, so yeah, that definitely helped my confidence grow a lot. And after that, pretty much like a couple weeks, we're off to the coast again. Surprise for Easter. And Easter, not very good. Not Raka. Raka had a cold and he threw up everywhere about 5 times, which I absolutely hate. Sick. Oh my gosh. Don't know if you heard that. But anyways, I absolutely hate sicknesses. Oh, no. Just, no. So yeah. That was a fun Easter, but we got lots of chocolate. Big whoop whoop. Anyways, and then we got back, and oh my gosh, the confidence just grew. We cantering like up to jumps and like trotting over them. Because I just again don't trust him fully. I mean, obviously he's probably more than capable to do it, but I'll get on to, if you haven't seen the community post, then I'll get on to why soon. But yeah, we just started like cantering. At first it was just like straight lines in the arena, and then I was going around the arena and doing circles, which something like for a beginner or like anyone, they'd probably just be like, why don't you just canter around the whole arena and not just the straight parts and just go on the straight? But originally it was because every time I tried to canter, because I have cantered Rocky a few times before, and twice, the only times that I've fallen off a Rocky, touch wood, have been the ones that I've like turned to stop him from cantering, and I've like fallen off, or he's like kind of scooted forward because I turned him too tight. So yeah, that was kind of a little bit of a confidence thing, but we got the hang of it. Also, something that I didn't realise, so we have like this strap on our saddle, right, like on the front, the pommel of the saddle. You probably would have seen it, and I didn't realise, but that was like making it worse because we went through a stage of me when I'd sit to ask him to canter, I just wobble around and that strap thing wouldn't help and I didn't feel comfortable just holding on to the reins. So then I held on to the mane and I was gripping so tight I was pulling it out, which is not good. Don't want Rocky to go bald from me having to hold on while I canter. So I put, and this is a really good tip that I learned from my mum, put a leather, like just stirrup leather around your horse's neck. Like obviously make sure it's loose, like not too loose, it's gonna slip off. But yeah, and do that, and then you hold on to it, and it's like a neck strap. And oh my gosh, that has saved my butt so many times. It is a lot more easier to like sit. Now I can canter without holding on to the strap and ask him to canter and all sorts. But yeah, like when learning how to canter, that definitely helped a lot. And then Indy kind of grew this really random kind of want to ride. It was really, really random. And she like wanted to ride. I think she rode Rocky about 3 times. We went to the paddock all the time through the kind of the Easter holidays, but Easter was before, like a week or 2 before. But yeah, anyways, the holidays that have just been. She was like all into horses. She absolutely loved it. I was riding and yeah, everything. But that lasted a week or 2, week and a half, and then she was like, yeah, no, I don't want to do it anymore. Which is what she does with every sport. So me and my friend got out and told me like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get another horse. She can ride that horse. It's gonna be really fun. I finally have a riding buddy. Did that happen? No. Anyways, not too mad at her. It was a bit exciting because it would be a sheer pony. That would be my competition horse. But oh well. And then we had I wouldn't title our best road ride ever, but we went up the road a bit to like this corner area. And I was just like walking and trying to ride. And Raka was on Kiwi, and then I just decided, you know what, let's go for a Kent Rocky. And oh my gosh, he is so cool. I have that. I think I posted the like same clip like 3 times in a row on my shorts. But yeah, Rocky's just such a confidence-giving horse that he didn't spook. He went at my pace that I wanted him to go, and as soon as I wanted him to stop, he stopped. And yeah, really, really cool. And yeah, that was definitely like one of my most favourite rides with Rocky. Probably not ever, but it was really cool. And especially if you compare that, like cantering down the road to the road ride that we did at, like down to the river at our friends, you know, the pony sleepover that I did in October, that series. Well, let's just say that whole ride, you guys didn't see like anything, because oh my gosh, I was so bad at filming. Not very happy, but anyhow, the whole ride, I was like asking my friend, is that a motorbike? Is that a motorbike? Is that a motorbike? And now it's like Rocky, like a truck went past today, we went for a road ride today, motorbike, everything, and Rocky's so chilled. He didn't really care. But yeah. So yeah, we've definitely grown a lot since going to taking the horses out to our friends for the pony sleepover, as I titled it. And then just a couple of days after that awesome road ride, we had warmed up just walk and trot so far on both reins, and I'd set up 4 trot poles, and we just went down them in a not fast enough rhythm. And I'm not sure if the ground was uneven or what really happened, but Rocky tripped, and if you know, like, if you've watched some polls, I don't really show it that much, but Rocky does fall over a lot. Not fall over completely, but I like to call it falling over. He just kind of, trips over the poles and stuff. But this time, he tripped and, like, actually fell onto his knees and banged his nose, and I I was so surprised that I stayed on, and I actually thought he was going to bronk after, which I don't really know why, but didn't really know what happened. I was like, oh my god, please do not bronk, I will fall off, I cannot believe I just stayed on that, please do not bronk. But yeah, and so I straight away got off. I was like, that's not good. And Dad told me. Like that other time, I can't remember if I edited it or not, but one time Rocky like full on fell over. Not completely fell over, but like caught his back leg on a jump. And my dad was like, get off, Aurora, get off. Yeah. So yeah, I got off and checked, and his these were really like grass stained, but they were okay. And then his back leg he'd kind of like, he has a massive scar down his leg. I really need to like explain his story. Might do that in another like podcast because it might be easy. But anyways, yeah, so he has a massive like scar down his leg from a float accident before we got him. And yeah, so he'd kind of just like, it's very, very old, this float. It's probably like 6 or 7 years old. But yeah, he cut it and scraped it. A little tiny piece of the like scab, I guess, off. Sorry if this is a bit gory. If you guys don't like this kind of stuff, maybe skip forward a few seconds. But and that was all that we kind of noticed. And then I looked at his nose, and his nose was covered in grass stains, and his nose was bleeding, the poor baby. So yeah, and he was like yawning, going like opening his mouth. He definitely was not happy with himself. Yeah, but I guess that's one way to have ridden work, Rocky. If you don't want to be ridden that day, because he was being extremely slow. I was like, I can't be bothered. Well, go and fall over a pole. Yeah. So we took him back and dealt with that, cleaned up his nose, and then the next day, we noticed a little tiny bit of swelling on that leg that had the little knock from a pole. But it was hard to tell if it was swelling, if it like had swelled up or not, because that leg is generally fatter than the other back leg because of his accident. Not like he's not in any pain from his accident whatsoever. His old accident or any accidents now. He's completely fine. But yeah, it's always just been a bit fatter, and we just wanted to make sure that it was okay, so we gave him a day off. The next morning we came down and noticed that that leg was a bit warmer and a bit more swelled up, so we just left it. And then my dad came down later that afternoon with me, and just like, we both agreed, not the best, but he was actually not lame whatsoever after he'd fallen over. So yeah, we gave him a few days off, trotted him up, made sure he was all good. And then today, that brings me on to my last kind of subject. I've written a little letter thing down. But today's writing was really, really good. We went for a road ride, which Rocky was very, very, I don't know, sassy and excited. Probably not on the way out, so he was very, very slow. My granny took me, and oh my gosh, Kiwi is a little devil. He's so naughty with anyone but me to lead, and I think, yeah, he respects my dad as well, but he's just so naughty, and he was like stopping and would just ignore Granny, and then that was like on the way down the drive to get out onto the road, and then he just was eating and just ignoring her, and then he got a bit like Granny. I told Granny to give him a bit of a tap because he was just ignoring, so I gave her the one, and she gave me a little, like the tiniest tap ever, and he just decided, oh okay, and every time he got frustrated or anything, they were like, so Granny was on the left, and then the road was beside Granny, and he'd like take off around Granny and onto the road and like trot around her, And oh my gosh, he's just the naughtiest horse anyways. So Rocky decided to be a bit nappy, like quite a bit nappy, and I think that's also because that was the first time I'd ridden him since Tuesday. It's now Sunday, so a bit energetic he was. He's like nothing. To be honest, compared to other horses who get ridden every day, he's like nothing. He's fine, but yeah, definitely feeling a bit fresh. Also, we just got a round bow there yesterday, so he's been gorging himself with that, which is very good because of the weight problem. We need to put weight on him, so we got a round bow. Which, anyways, I am now not talking what I was talking about before. Anyways, he was quite nappy. Yeah, it was a bit like, I don't want to. So I kind of got off. We were like halfway down the road, and then he like turned onto this like dirt road, which we have horrible hacking, to be honest. Like, they're beautiful wide verges on the roads, but not anywhere forestry where we are. It's like down by the river. So yeah, anyways, a dirt road, and my granny, like, Kiwi was just being a little poo. So my granny stopped at the corner of the dirt road, and then I was just like, okay, let's just see how far we'll go, Rocky, because you're already being nappy. So I got back on once we crossed the road, and then my granny waited at that corner on the dirt road, and we kind of got like not that far, to be honest. And it was just like, no. I was like, you ain't gonna go, are ya? You're just gonna like start bunny hopping and being naughty and run into the fence or something. So yeah, I turned back, did a bit of trotting back. He was very, very jig-joggy, and then we did a little tiny bit of cantering, but I don't know, I was like, oh, you are bit excited. I won't ask you too much to canter. But yeah, we did a little canter down the road, and then my auntie was just finished up riding and rode her horse down the drive to see where we were, which is Dancer the Appaloosa. And yeah, I did a lot more cantering on the way back because he was like a lot more chilled with just both of them, Kiwi and Dancer there. And I cantered him down the driveway, and yeah, he was obviously on the grass verge, not on the stones. And yeah, very, very good. He was a bit jig-jiggy, but it's definitely good to feel him feeling good and not tired or anything. But yeah, so that was our kind of like road ride. Then I went into the arena, and oh my gosh, he was just absolutely loving cantering today. He was just going round and round and round, like super fast canters, trying to like take the reins out of my hand. He's quite heavy when he wants to be. He just like pulls and just kind of ignores you. Like, he'll stop. That's like one thing. He'll definitely stop if you ask him to stop, but he just kind of like stretches and yeah, wants to go kind of thing. But oops, that was my brother. Anyways, but yeah, he'll never bolt off. Anyways, I'm going completely off topic here. He was really good. We did some cantering around in the arena, definitely forward, which was really nice to feel and stuff. Make sure he's happy, and he was not lame whatsoever after that. I'd obviously walked him for quite a while on the road, and then just a little bit of trotting. Yeah. And he was like, let's go, Mum. I don't want to walk anymore. So yeah, and then after we'd cantered quite a bit around the arena, just to make sure we're all good, we got the buttons. We went around the track and cantered. We cantered like up a little bit. He was definitely a lot ears pricked. Where are we going? Kind of thing. Definitely a lot more excited than the other road ride and around the place. So he was kind of looking a bit, and then you kind of go down like a shadowy kind of area with a jump. In my one day event vlog, like fake one day event, I went over a log in that area, and then you like turn and go down a little short kind of area of the track, and it just kind of borders the paddocks a little bit. The house and the arena and some of the paddocks in the middle. But yeah, it's really quite cool. And in the paddock next to it, it had a bright yellow digger and a ladder just before that. And we were cantering along, and I didn't even see the digger or the ladder, but Rocky saw the ladder. Sorry about my dad just slamming the door there. Rocky's just had a shower. I really need to get my microphone charged. Anyways, you'll have to deal with it. Next podcast, I promise, I will, fingers crossed, have my microphone charged, so you don't have to hear all the background noise. Anyways, what was I on about? Oh, so there was a ladder like 2 or 3 strides before we were cantering, and he like full on spooked. That was quite a surprising spook. That's probably the biggest spook he's ever done, because he is not generally spooky. But yeah, we were cantering and he like full on spooked. I was like, oh gosh. And I kind of was like, almost fell off. I was like sideways. I was like, oh my god. And he just kept on spooking. But we're all good. We made it. He stopped and managed to stay on. But my life flashed before my eyes a bit there. Got a bit of a fright. But anyways, we continued. We walked and then trotted a bit. Then did a couple of strides of canter just to end it on a good note. And then we went into our paddock, cantered into it after showing the gate, which he gets really confused because he's not been taught to stand while I open and shut the gate whilst I'm on him. He just kind of was like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah. And then we cantered in and then just called him off. He was very, very sweaty, but absolutely loved it. He was so happy. He had such a spring in his step, and that was, I think it actually did him good to have a couple of days off after working quite hard for the last couple of weeks, having been India on him and stuff. But yeah, he definitely enjoyed it a lot. And yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. Before we go, I was thinking of getting Raka on the podcast and just see what stories Raka has to tell. Don't know what he'll tell us, but might be fun, might not be, might only be a minute. We'll see. But yeah, I hope, and obviously I'll keep you guys updated. We might do like a little special or something. Just depends what happens this week, and if it's anything interesting, or if we do the Raka podcast episode. Let me know what videos you want actual videos, and what you want, or who you want on this podcast video, and I will see you guys in another podcast, and of course on my channel for new videos. Also, I haven't posted in ages. I just haven't, like, we've been writing and stuff, I just haven't had anyone to film. But anyways, this is going out tomorrow. I'm currently filming this Sunday and it's going out Monday. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed listening, and I'll see you next time. Well, yeah, see you, kind of. I don't know. Bye!